Hey guys, how's it going? Supermotor 20 here. I wanted to show you a few different ways of implementing optional parameters in C++. Okay, optional parameters C++. So I have three different ways of doing it. It can be with functions or it can be with classes. We're going to cover both. What are optional parameters for? Well, I use it mostly for interfaces. And when I talk about like what are they for, I mean, they are for whichever use case you can imagine, whichever use case you can apply them to, you know, like this is just a concept. What can you use it for? It's up to your imagination, of course. The one thing that I personally use them for, am I okay? Yeah, everything's correctly. Okay, sorry, little recording things. So interfaces, when I talk about interfaces, I don't necessarily talk about GUIs, guided user interfaces. When I talk about interface, I talk about, you know, usually we talk about interfaces for like public methods of classes. So like traditionally, interfaces are public methods of classes, right? Class public methods. Public methods in classes, okay? But you can also like, it's just the way that, but more generally, an interface is the way that the user, like the way that a user interacts with a program, sort of. So for example, if you're making a tool like me, I have my own game engine, Supermotor. If you want to play it, we will look at this later on, but this is my own game engine and we can see like a real life example here. It's kind of a work in progress, but it might eventually make it into the industry. So if that happens, then there you have like a sort of industry-ish example. So we're gonna see these three examples and then we're gonna see a real life example. Then we're gonna see a quote unquote real life example. Example one is, sorry, yeah, there's with, see, I forgot to change these. Okay, well, let's take a look together then. This one is default arguments. All right, I'm sorry that I forgot to change these, but it's a good way to check it out together. So this, as you can see, this is called a default argument. Okay, can you see it over here? Okay, so we can use default arguments. We can do function overloading. The way that you can tell that a function is being overloaded is if you have the same function like 2 times or like multiple times, but the parameters are different. Okay, like this one is like 2 ints and this one is 3 ints, or you could have, say, 1 int and 1 float. This is also valid. What you can absolutely not have is the same data types. Like that's, the compiler will throw an error more often than not, I believe, or at least it doesn't. I think that's not correct. So yeah, you need different data types or different arity, different amount of parameters. So yeah, method number 1, default arguments. Method number 2, multiple functions like function overloading. And then example 3, this one is with classes, so like constructors inside constructors. Okay, so examples 1 and 2 are declarative paradigm, and example number 3 is object-oriented paradigm. So example 1, default arguments. Example 2, function overloading. Example 3, classes, constructors inside constructors. So let me here like real quick, like classes, functions, I mean, you can mix them up. Like, these are the three that I personally came up with as a way to practice, you know. But you can come up with your own ideas, and if you have any interesting ones, leave them in the comments, I guess. Like, if you have any ideas for how to use, where to use optional parameters aside of interfaces, like your own ideas here and your own ideas here, okay? Sorry, I keep forgetting to, I don't know, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I keep pressing Control S by instinct, by muscle memory. Okay, so yeah, you can come up with your own examples, you can come up with your own use cases of where to apply this to. Well, let's take a look at the examples. I don't know what to show you. I mean, we have, you know, we have like the same function, but we can call it in different ways, so to say, okay? So this one here, for the first one, A will be 4, V will be 5, and C will be 0. Okay, let me actually write that down. A is 4, B is 5, C is 0. And the final result will be, I don't know, we can check later. Okay, the final result should be here, no, this one, 0, okay? This is just an example, by the way. Like, if you think that this is dumb, we can see it in a real life example later on. But yeah, this is an example of like, hey, if you're using 3 parameters, do this thing. If you're using different parameters, do something different, okay? Like, this is something, and this is something else, and that's it. That's the idea, okay? It can be whatever you want. And here, A is 4, B is 5, and C is 9, okay? I am initializing this with 0. It could be anything, okay? It could be -1, it could be, I don't know, std string, I don't know, success or failure or whatever, the default. It has to be the default behavior of your program, okay? How do you want your program to behave when you are not specifying C? And obviously, whatever you write here, like, I don't know, whatever you write here, it has to be the same that you write down here, okay? This is a little clumsy. It's a bit of a magic number, I suppose, but it works, you know, like. And if you don't like it, you can again come up with your own examples, or you can jump to example number 2, function overloading. This one pretty straightforward. Like here, this is because like the whole thing does just A times B times C, but it could be anything, you know. It could be, it doesn't need to be like this. It can be like, do something here only when 3 parameters, okay? You can do like, instead of doing complicated things like callbacks and whatnot, which are really, really cool, but perhaps a little tricky, at least for me, perhaps for other people as well. Do something here to init, do something here to destroy, for example. Obviously, if you want to create and destroy, you probably want to use classes and not functions. So if you're gonna go through the struggle of doing this whole thing, well, you cannot write code before and after a return, but like you can imagine, like result, you can initialize result here, like, you know, like if you need to do something here, you can just do this, okay? Are you all following along? Like, you can do something to start up, then you can call with 1 less parameter, and do something else here, doesn't need to be that, and then you can return res, okay? So here, for example, as you can see, I have modified this example a little bit. Now both functions are doing the same, but here you can add some extra stuff before it runs, and here you can do some extra stuff after it runs. Now again, if you want to do this, you can use callbacks, you can use classes, but this is a simple way. Like, it's not the preferred way, maybe. It's not a good habit, but it's just intuitive and easy to understand. Well, let's leave this one as is. Let's leave this one as is and whatever. Sorry, this one, 3 parameters. Now let's move on to the last example. My voice is a little dry after all the talking. Last example with classes. So here you can see I have a very, very simple class here. Just one attribute, one method, just a getter. I mean, you can add more stuff here if you want to. You can add a setter or anything. Setter, other stuff, other methods. You can add other methods here. You can add more attributes here. More attributes here. You can add anything you want here. You can add more stuff here. You can add more stuff here. Okay, this is just a small example. And here you can see I am using constructors inside constructors. So if I call, like here, for example, to make the first instance called 1, let's say instance number 1, okay, res1. Res comes from result, by the way, like output or whatever. So for the first thingy, for the first instance, we're calling this one, okay? So A times B, 4 times 5, result 20, okay? Like this will output 20. I mean, I don't want to compile in real time, but I can show you like the compiled thing. I don't want to compile in real time because my computer could explode, you know, so to say. But here you can see that I have compiled this before the video started, and here, yes, like this is 20, and the other one is 180 because this is 4 times 5 times 7. Again, 4 times 5 times 7 is just an example. You could do like division or anything. And here, wait a second, I'm not so sure. Now, hold on, this is example number 3. It's not example number 2. So yeah, my bad. It should have been number 3. Okay, there's a bug in this program. Okay, how can we fix this bug? Like if we want the instance number 2 to be like A times B times C, how can we do that? There's no easy solution to this. I mean, there is one thing that we could do, which is like, again, this is not ideal, but we could start with 1 and we could do like this, and we can do like this. Do you think that this will work? I believe it will, but let's check. I said I wouldn't compile in real time. Let's just hope the recording doesn't crash. Okay, please. Okay, OBS, very nice, didn't crash. Oh, huh. Okay, maybe give me a second to fix this. I mean, we could do like a little cheesy perhaps, but we could do it like this, like just in one line. Perhaps this will work. It's weird though that it didn't work the other way. Nope, it doesn't want to. Okay, well, I guess example number 3 doesn't really work after all. But you'll have to come up with your own solutions for classes, I'm afraid. So yeah, let's come back to the drawing board here. So this one, maybe no, but you can do the other two, okay? So here I have this example with classes, but perhaps, you know, now I'm not so sure if it will work or not, but you can see that the general idea here is that you can like come back over here. Yeah, like if you construct with 2 parameters, you can go to 3. If you go with 4 parameters, you can go also to 3. Okay, so can you see that, like, I wish I could draw on the screen right now, but can you see that this one goes up here and this one also goes up here? I mean, I could open up Krita, but it's not worth it. Can you see that this one goes up here and this one goes up here? That's the idea. Whether it works or not, exercise left to the reader. But yeah, that's the general idea of why do we want to use optional parameters, how to use them in C++, some examples, and yeah, good luck. I mean, and if you know how to fix example number 3, I would love to hear it. You will have the code in the description, and yeah, good luck. Bye. I hope you liked this video. I'm sorry if it's a little like some issues along the way, but hopefully now you can do your own interfaces and optional parameters. So bye.